Welcome back, guys. Now, y'all don't know, but I made an hour and 30-minute long video last night. Y'all know now. It was for this episode. Luckily, I didn't save this in because I was like, wait, before I do anything, before I save anything, before I do anything, let me first see if this motherfucking video saved. It did not. It sure did not. It surely did not. So, yeah. Oh, ooh, girl, no. We're not making no sense. But how are y'all? How y'all doing, bitch? Welcome back to the 100 Baby Challenge. My name is Red. This is my channel, Clocked In Creator. I hope you are enjoying a time. Get you some wine. Feel fine, bitch. Oh, let's ready to dine. Let's dine, bitch. Okay. But, I actually want to talk about a subject today. We got to finish. I did finish this last time. Okay, cool. Anyways, I have something I want to talk about. Yes. It's about failure. Yay. Our favorite subject. Awesome. So, it was about, because I was watching the video yesterday. It was the way I did it last time was so cute. It was so cunty. Anyways, she's preggers. So, and actually, the episode that I made, okay, that's my brother screaming, so I'm sorry. But anyways, the episode that I made, right, did not get saved for some reason. It was tea. The way I explained everything was so great. Oh, it was so good. I'm so mad. Anyways, not the point. But let's get this show on the road. I didn't put winders. I need to put some winders in here. Better turn them doors and shut them lights down low. Yeah. And then we're gonna put this here, and this here. Okay. Period. T. Yeah. As y'all can tell, I fucking suck at decorating just a little bit. I'm trying to get better. You know what? I used to be really good. I don't know what happened, but I used to be really, really good at decorating plants, yo. It was over. Give me a plant and you good. You good, girl. Y'all good. And then period. Hold on. I'm trying to finish this build because I never finished it. Because I had to go the last time. Because the last time I had to leave. I had to go, family and stuff. But this time I do not have to leave. I'm going to finish this episode. I'm going to finish this. And I'm excited. We're on a roll. Babes. We're on a roll because, bitch, I'm trying to apply what I'm about to talk about today to my shtick. Okay, and then, oh no, this is a sucky ass house. I know it is. But that's okay. We're gonna add some bushes. This one is always so fun because it's so simple. Look, period. You see that? Period. Now we're gonna add some of this right here. I didn't do this last time on the video that I made before this. And then railings. Okay, so we got the beds, and you know what? I was about to say, let me make sure these bitches are turned right because I didn't notice they were turned wrong the last time. Wait a minute. Wait a dang minute. We need a bathroom. We need another bathroom because that will come in clutch. Vicinity is important, okay? Because sometimes the bathroom be too far. Plus, I don't want them to be in her room all the time. I don't need them to be in her room all the time. Like, they need to have their own shit. Okay? Even if it may be temporary, girl. Because I know the way this is built is like kind of funky and it's kind of fine with me. I don't mind. I don't mind it, girl. I don't mind it. Y'all probably do. That's probably fair. That's fair. Y'all probably like, you could just look up a reference. I'm like, you're right. No, you're so right. But why would I do that? Why would I do that? Like, I'm good. I don't want to do all that shit right now. Maybe it'll spark my interest. You know. Okay, and then we're gonna put a mirror in here. That's a basic ass mirror. That's a basic ass one too, but that's fine. And then we're gonna put decorate. Wait. Oh, we got 4,000. That's crazy. We're gonna boom, make it simple. Make it simple, bitch. Make it simple. And then boom, and then where's the light? Lights. Flashing. Lights. Y'all hear my PlayStation? Okay. Flashing. Lights. And boom. Okay, we're done. E.T. Hooters. Okay. So I want to talk about a video that I found that I was watching literally yesterday. It was a really good video. Like I was kind of on a rabbit hole of like motivational stuff watching like motivational videos, which I need to watch more of because you know what? That actually be having me motivated. Like it be having me motivated because like as soon as I like got off work I was like and I was watching those motivational videos. I was like, you know what? This is it. Like I felt like I wanted to do this more. Like I was more obligated to do this. And I was like, not like obligated in the sense of like, oh, I have to. No, because like more of like I really wanted to. Like that's what I meant. And then actually I found out a bitch don't have this particular trait. Oh wait. What is it? No. Okay. Well, I'll get into that later. But you get some sleep. You little children. When y'all got school? Y'all got school tomorrow? Okay, I'm gonna have them work hard, and second of all, I'm gonna need you to use the bathroom. I'm gonna need you to, and I need you to eat some food, and then mother, I need you to wake up. Well, not right now, but I'm gonna need you to wake up soon because your boy Father Winter is coming up in a sense. So get your buns ready. Get your bungee girl, get your buns ready. But basically, I think the first one I was watching was about like this girl who is my age, I think. Oh, went into labor already. Fuck. Okay, actually, yeah, throw that away and then cook leftovers. We're gonna cook leftovers before she goes to the hospital, have the baby. I know that sounds crazy. Like, bro, if I'm pregnant and I'm literally in labor, what the fuck makes you think I'm about to have a baby? What the fuck makes you think I'm about to cook for niggas right the fuck now? Absolutely the fuck not. My body is going bananas, okay? But not the point. So I think it was about basically I can't remember what the first video was about. Someone said eating dirt was okay, but someone else said eating dirt will make you die. Is it okay to eat dirt? If you do, kids may tease you. Period. Okay, and then we're gonna have you go to the hospital because have baby in the hospital. Join. Yeah. 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 I don't think that's a good idea. Nah, she the type of see look, Freya the type of bitch to be like, no, you're mine forever. Although we're not together, you're still mine. So you shouldn't be dating nobody. You shouldn't date nobody. Like, fuck all that. That's how Freya is. But I can't remember what the first video was. And you know, this was like the third video. This was like the third video. I think it had like it had Michael Jordan on there. And my thing, it was talking about like the sense of failure, right? And you know, I was thinking, I'm like, you know, I have a lot. Larissa is cute. Lawson, oh, that's cute. I was thinking, oh, bitch, period. Bitch, period. They're mermaids. They're mermaids, bitch. That's crazy. That's wild. Oh my god. Oh my god. But I was thinking about like, oh, my time in San Diego and how it really changed me. Like, at least it really shifted my perspective on like, because I think I like briefly touched on my time in San Diego, but I don't think I never really delved into it. But this episode here, we're gonna be delving into one, we're gonna try to get Freya pregnant again, and then also age up the little gremlins. These two new ones. Second, we're gonna talk about. Thank you. We're gonna talk about failure. So because of the video. But anyways, wait. I got a present. I think it's dumb. I want to trade it in for the present was for you. Be grateful. Period. Be grateful, bitch. And let's get a little library thing. But it really did shift the way I already feel like, you know, I don't really know much about the world. There's so much I don't know. And there's always going to be, I'm always not going to know something. I'm always going to just, I don't fucking know, you know, but it really, I'm so fascinated by the things I don't know, because the more I understand, the more I realize how in the dark I am, and how much more complicated things really are, and also how simple things really are. I think sometimes for myself, I make things more complicated on purpose. I don't know how that works, but you know, that's just a thought I've had for a little bit. But going to San Diego, I went to go visit my friend. It was honestly for my birthday as well, because like, you know, I never do anything for my birthday. I've never done anything for my birthday normally I'm just at home doing my thing, not really doing anything of like any substance. But like this year, I was just like, I'm 25, okay? I've reached literally a quarter of my life, or yeah, a quarter of my life. That's like crazy. That's an accomplishment. I definitely think that is an accomplishment, because like not a lot of people get to live till 25. Not a lot of people get to live until 15 or 18. You know what I mean? It's just like, I'm very grateful to be on this earth. Although, yes, it's been a pain, like, you know, before and after I came back. But I am still grateful. But when I was there, what I enjoyed the most was the energy and the difference. Like, initially, it was really so different. And don't get me wrong, like, that shit is not all peaches and roses. The cost of living is expensive. There are homeless people everywhere. And I'm not saying that the homeless people are bad. I don't want that to be like put out there. That's not the image I want to present. Now, if that's still what you think I'm saying, that's That is you. I stated very clearly I'm not stating that. What I am stating is that this world is very big, and I cannot sit here and live in the same place and really tell myself that I've lived my life. I fully have engaged in life and fully have lived in life if I don't go out in this world, this big, big world. There are things I honestly couldn't even imagine were possible that aren't here where I live. And if my thing was like, if a state itself is like already so different, imagine a whole fucking country. Bitch, it's over. You're not catching me back. But the reason why I bring that up is because I told myself when I was there, I'm never settling again. Like I'm never. Right when I was there, in the romantic sense, in the friend sense, in the energy sense, in every sense, I told myself I'm never settling again, and it's so important because. And here's the thing: I'm not blaming myself for the choices I made in previously, because the reason is because that's all I knew. You can only make the choices. You can only make choices off of what you know or what you think you know. Or hypothetically. That's all you can do. That's all you can do, right? We do not, most of us do not have foresight. Some of us might. I don't know the world. I don't know everybody in this world. But from my understanding as a regular human being, we can only go off of what we have experienced, aka our past, aka our history. And what's also important, I want to bring this up, is because I was also reading the book, like How Emotions Are Made. And when I tell you, like, it really shifted the way I thought, like the way I think about emotions now and the way I understand it. Like, literally, there's a whole tribe that does not have the concept of fear like we do in the Western world. Like, there are so many other, like, examples, as well as languages. Language is the thing we use to basically understand and describe how we are feeling and regulate our feelings, but not just feelings, the world, our story, our life, so many things. That is a really big form of communication. And don't get me wrong, sign language is also another one too. But I want to stick with words. I want to stick with like speaking words now, because it is very imperative for me as somebody who wants to be a therapist that not all emotions are look nor come from nor are attributed the same from where I've lived, from the Western world. But the Western idea has become such a pinnacle like monument for emotions, and also for ourselves, because it makes sense. I think a lot of times when something makes sense, when something makes sense to us, we kind of default to not questioning it. My ass tends to question shit. Okay, like I have a problem of doubting myself. That's a me issue. But I also feel like that same doubt is the same thing that keeps me wondering, that keeps me curious, that keeps me like, okay, I'm not necessarily too attached to the idea that what I believe is altruistically true, because that is not the case. That is not the case. I can't say that is true. I can say that it was true at a time, but maybe not today. Maybe not right now. Things have things change. Things are always changing, even when I'm not aware of it. But the point of the matter is, like, I was like flabbergasted finding out. I was also flabbergasted at the fact that like different certain emotional concepts and types are kind of like your local. For example, say you have like a local pharmacy that's only to your pharmacy. It's kind of like that. And it's kind of interesting. I never thought that that was like a thing, but I think the biggest thing that we never take in consideration with emotions is the aspect of culture. Culture is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, like evolutionary changes that we as human beings have. Now I still have to get into into the research, but like it's so fascinating, and I'm already. And then here's the thing: what even fascinated even more was the fact that a lot of scientific research papers are in English. I think the book made a point of the manner of imagine what we could be missing because of the conceptual framework English puts emotions in compared to Spanish or compared to any other language that's any other language. The world would be so boring if we only had one language. I swear to you. Like I don't think you understand, like it's so cool. But I bring that up because that was happening during my time there. There were a lot of changes and shifts that happened before I went to San Diego, and also a lot of changes that was happening after when I went and when I came back. Especially when I came back. When I came back, I was really like not in the mood for a lot because a lot was still happening back to back to back. It was like no break. And I just wanted it to stop. I just wanted it to stop. I just wanted it to stop. I wanted things to be better, like, or not just better, but like I just wanted things to slow the fuck down. Like you know how that feel, like that feeling when you need things to slow the fuck down. Yeah, that's what the fuck I was feeling. And I was talking to a friend about this. There, like a lot of my friends, some of my friends seem to be in a place, and I was in that place for a little bit. I knew it was going to be temporary, but being in it feels like the world is not necessarily against me, but it's just like I'm in a dark place and I'm being sucked in, and I'm just like there, and it's like it's closing in on me. There's no escape. You know what I mean? So that's what it feels like. But I had recently, and I recently found out that I do need physical intimacy, specifically in the sense of like cuddling, kiss, attraction, just physical intimacy. I need that. I need that. You know what? And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, of course we need it, right? But I go without it so long because I'm single, right? I'm single. I'm single Pringle. And I want to be in a relationship, right? But a lot of my encounters do not really take me seriously, and it's really irritating because I don't do hookups. Never done hookups. I don't think I will. They are a waste of my time. They are a waste of my time, and I don't really want to have to deal with the whole aspect of being left with the crumbs. Because here's the thing. I want sex. And I want sex. I want intimacy. But the problem is that I know if I went out and hooked up and just got the sex part, I would be pissed. I would be pissed because so many people just want that and want to build. And you know, here's the thing: some people, I've met a lot of people who hooked up with their boyfriend before they even got together, and they became boyfriends. I understand that's definitely a possibility. I just refuse to do that. I don't want to have to conform to that method. There are many different ways to get the same result, right? Bring all this up because it's important because the sense of failure, like for a long time, I have a lot of things I want to do, right? I have a lot of things I want to do. I have a lot of things I want to be. I have a lot of, as I've explained, right? And I have a bad problem of starting but not ever finishing. And I have a bad problem of starting because it's hard for me to start shit. It can be hard for me to start shit, right? And I think it's because I have that idea of like failure behind the closed doors that isn't like obvious when I'm thinking about doing something. Like even when it comes to simply hold on, let me age this little thing up. even when it comes to simply like doing my laundry, it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to do that just like by myself in my own head, because I'm in my head a lot. I'm in my head a lot. I'm in my head a lot. I have a lot of negotiating. There's a lot of negotiating that goes on. There's a lot of like back and forth that's going on. Not in the sense of like argument, but I mean in the sense of like I have to like kind of work against myself sometimes. But I feel like watching that video really did motivate me and really help me. And I know what the video was. Sorry, I'm like all over the place somewhat. Initially I watched this video about Doechii, right? Now, if you don't know Doechii, she is a rapper. She's T. She is the Kendrick, okay, for female artists. Don't take my word for it. Kendrick himself, he was like he was about that. He was about that. You know what I mean? So she's great. And basically I was working and I was like, I hate my job. Like, I do hate my job. Y'all know that. I hate my job times 2. And my thing about, I was just like, bro, I've been trying to find a job. Y'all know what the job market's like. Okay, it's trash. It's at least some of y'all know it's trashy. Okay, it's fucking nasty. It's fucking horrible. And my friend did give me a job recommendation. I need to call them. It's been like I've been kind of busy like doing my thing. But I watched the video, and Doechii, basically the girl on her YouTube video, she was talking about like giving Doechii's, like putting Doechii's videos about how like when she quit her job, and she still went through. She still like pushed through, even though she knew that, or no, she didn't quit her job. Her job fired her, even though she didn't know what was certain. Like it was uncertainty, and I'm sure that she was having a time with, dealing with that internally with herself. But oh girl, why are you not pause? This is that sim shit. But anyways. But it really basically it was like delving into her, like not letting her failure or her, because it's not really on her for being fired, because at least from my understanding, but not letting that dictate her future actions, dictate what's possible, right? And it kind of led me in a rabbit hole, and I usually tend to get into a rabbit hole. There it is, period. And I usually get into a rabbit hole usually. But then I saw the video of the failure video, and basically there was something that they said, that the YouTuber said. They were like, failure is an illusion. Like he said, like some people say failure is an illusion. And you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, there's like a Buddhist teaching about that, like failure being an illusion, and I didn't like correlate it. I didn't correlate it till now. It was fucking wild. But there is a Buddhist saying about failure or fear. No, fear is what is considered to be an illusion. And I would also add failure is too, or failure can be. The reason why I say that is because I was thinking about it. I was like, there was something I had like wrote down. Let me get my notes, because bitch, I was on a roll. There it is. Failure is temporary. What do I mean by that? Okay, so the act, and then I had also the other question, like, okay, like when we think about failure, it's usually about the result, never about getting to that. It's never about the journey. The failure is not necessarily about the journey. It's always about the result. So maybe question, can you fail the journey? You know what I mean? Because if you say yes, we would be going with the definition that the point of journey was the destination, right? That's what I feel like a lot of the times we use failure for. And I think about it now, and it's like, there's so many different talking points and different ways of saying it's the journey before the destination, and it's the journey that counts more than anything. And there's so many different ways I've heard it flipped, like, flipped and dipped and everything. And I thought about it, was like, okay, failure can feel like it can last for a lifetime. The reason why I say feel, I want to put an emphasis on feel, is because our memories, we remember the impact that the failure had on us, right? It's a ripple effect. It's a ripple effect, right? And another thing is we have a problem with being able to see what's right in front of us at this very moment, at this very time. A lot of times we see what we want to see, and I mean want in the sense of we see what our experience has shown us. We see what we have experienced. And whether you realize it or not, sometimes you put yourself in situations to reenact a certain memory or reenact a certain behavior and certain feeling, because to a point that is, it could be either out of comfort, it could be out of trying to resolve it because you didn't get to at the time. Like, it could be a lot, right? But my point was, okay, failure is temporary on the sense of when you fail, it happens, but you can try again. The history of you failing necessarily doesn't go away, because unless you forget, then okay. But we can also shift that failure to something a little bit more productive, right? Shift it to something like, okay, this just didn't work, right? It just didn't work. It's kind of like when I'm dancing or when I'm singing, I don't think about it like if I hit a note wrong, I'm just like, oh, I just failed. Like in the sense of, oh, my entire life is just shattered. No, I think about it as just like, okay, I didn't do that. It doesn't sound right. So let me just change it. Let me look. It's like, it's more of like, it's a part of it rather than an enemy. It's not a boss we have to fight in a fucking game. It's really just it's not a boss. What's a good metaphor for it? It's just a bump in the road. It's like you tripping. Like, you literally tripping on the floor. It's like you tripping on the floor, like, honestly. And I find that interesting. I find that very interesting, because now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I was thinking maybe I shouldn't make the video today. But then I was like, nah, just because I was thinking like maybe just because it didn't work that first time doesn't mean I can't try again, or I shouldn't try again. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm doing. I'm making the video, I'm trying again, and we're gonna see how this works, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna cry. And maybe I need a break. Maybe I need to... Oh, what the fuck happened? Hold on, sorry guys. I'm like in the middle of... There it is. But maybe I need to change it up. Okay. Alright. And the babies... And come on. But that was what I was delving into. It's kind of interesting. And then I say it could be an illusion, because you don't... Here's the thing. I'm literally all about like understanding that there are multiple different concepts and perspectives that exist all at the same time. And just because you're not necessarily aware of it does not necessarily mean that it doesn't exist. It still exists. It's just in your reality of your life, it is not something that is on your radar, if that makes sense. But then I forget. I forget for myself that just because there are multiple different perspectives doesn't mean all of them are necessarily like needed for you. it's great to be aware that there are different perspectives, and it's great to validate them for what they are, but to put energy for them if they are not serving you is not fair. And I think that's where I'm coming from, is that I've attached myself to all the perspectives because I know they are valid, and I don't want to invalidate a perspective that may not be my own. But I also need to understand that I don't need to own a perspective that necessarily is not serving me, or it's just not helping. It's basically just taking up space, right? Like clutter. Girl, what are you doing? It's like clutter in my brain. And in order to free that clutter, I have to let it go. I have to let it exist, but let it go. Just like literally in meditation. It's literally like in meditation. Girl, cook some food. And pause. Talk to your man. Talk to your man, Clement Frost. Yeah. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it, girl. Yeah, I said it. Yeah. Yeah. What up, it? What up, it? But that's what I wanted to talk about. It was really fun watching the video. I'm probably going to watch more motivational videos before I, like, if I'm feeling, like, iffy about doing something. And then it's most likely going to help me, like, actually do it. Because I'm just like, you know what? Bitch, I should do it. Like, I should get into this. Like, I want to continue the process, be in my bag, girl. Okay? Because I do want to be a content creator. I do still want to be a therapist. But I think on the sense of being my own boss, I'm tired. I'm kind of tired of having to go to work, get at a better time, this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's really irritating because it's like, especially the type of job I have, girl, when I tell you I hate it, I hate it to this day. I hate prescriptions. There's so much I've like found out and continue to find out about prescriptions that's just like ridiculous. It's like that's allowed. That's just allowed to do. Are you kidding me? And yeah, like literally, yeah. Like for example, for prioritizations, they can just kind of insurance company can kind of just girl, what are you doing? Can kind of just put on and take off a prioritization whenever the fuck they want in the middle of the year. Doesn't even have to be a fiscal year or anything. And it's just so ridiculous to me. I'm just like, this is allowed with no notification. And also, for the people who take Rebellisis, it's slowly being discontinued by Novo Nordisk. They are switching over to Ozempic pills. That is what they're doing. I also wanted to talk about the video about, like, basically falling in love with the process. That was a really fun one. It was kind of like locking in, but about flow state, about, like, how... You know how when you're in the groove, and it's just like everything feels right? Yeah, that was like really cool. And I love it because that's kind of how I feel like when I'm dancing or when I'm writing sometimes, or when I'm drawing. Like when I'm drawing, I'm really locked the fuck in. But it's also really hard for me to start drawing. Like it's hard for me to start drawing, to be honest. Girl, take pee. I need you... need to eat, get leftovers. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. And I hope y'all enjoyed though. If y'all have any questions or concerns or like even thoughts too, please like put it down in the comments. I would love to read with them, and I would love to engage in a conversation, because I'll be reading them, and like I would love to read them and then like engage in a conversation within the video. So like I'll respond in the comments, but I'll also respond in the video. It's like a conversation, you know, like we're having an actual conversation, which I do love. And really, pause, I got something to tell y'all. So as I was reading the book, you know, How Emotions Are Made, I came up with the concept of, what if I framed reading a book in the same sense of like I was having a conversation. And that has really helped. Is it still difficult? Sure. No, it's still absolutely fucking difficult to understand the concepts. But it's not as daunting. It's not as daunting. It's really like... it's really cool. It's really cool. I love that framework. I love a framework so much. Yeah, we got the money tree, bitch. Okay, so we completed that aspiration. Okay. But it's so interesting. I would recommend it if y'all like have a difficulty with like finding a book interesting, because now I think about it, it's like, oh, I'm just having another conversation. And I do want to complete the soul's journey for her. Okay, and then okay. I think this is gonna be the end of the video. I did what I will actually yeah, this will be the end of the video. This will be the end of the video because I don't want it not to save. So thank y'all for coming out. Please leave a comment, subscribe and like the video. If y'all loved it, if y'all hate it, let me know. I will work on that, because I know my videos be boring. It just be me sitting here talking, yapping and shit like that. But hope y'all have a wonderful day. Love y'all, mean it. Bye bye.